Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to do a little more work in this journal that I have on a haul. I will try to remember to link it below so that it was a haul with some Winsor Newton watercolor paints. And it's called the Sea White of Brighton journal, and I've got paper towel in here so I didn't, something was drying, but let me show you what I have so far quickly. I'm doing kind of a mix of media in here. I have some oil pastels, which I want to, of course, cover with some deli paper. I've got a pear and a top of a tomato there that I was just practicing with. I really especially like my pear. And I have a fish here that has some shimmer to it as well, and this is a watercolor drawing back in May that I did. A little fox that didn't quite turn out. So I didn't quite finish that, but some unfinished things here. I have this fun guy. It's a really tall, I don't know what kind of bird that is, but he's kind of really long neck and he's kind of looking at us there. That's an oil pastel. And always put something there so that, because the pastel doesn't dry completely, just a background that I've started, just some little bits and bobs of things. So just kind of popping around in here. I took some ink, Liquitex acrylic inks in iridescent bright gold and transparent raw umber, and these are two of my favorites. They're just good for so many things in your journals, in your canvases. Card making, so I kind of mixed them around with a paintbrush here. I wasn't really sure what I was doing. Here's a sneaky peek of some Stamperia paper. Lots of projects going on here. And then I have my paper towel in the background here so I wouldn't completely ruin the next page. And I have my Mungyo Gallery oil pastels. These are some of my favorite, and I do have a larger set. This is like the 40 something. Again, I can leave a link down below, but I really like these. I also like the Paul Rubens, and I want to try some soft pastels and see how that goes, but I need to get a fixative. I would like to sell some of my original pieces that I have in my Etsy shop, and I'd like to put a fixative on there first, just because it just doesn't dry, and you need to frame it in glass as well. I'm going to turn it this way and kind of have kind of a vase. I'm going to kind of just sketch in, not even entirely sure what I'm doing. No surprise there. Kind of just in the mood to do some things. When I use oil pastels, I do like to put down watercolor or something that it can kind of grip to. And I'm going to pull out a couple colors here just to give you just have to put enough on there. You can also use a cheaper, harder pastel. I do have some cheap brands that I use that you can put down if you don't want to use up your better ones, or if you have some really expensive ones like Sennelier. I would recommend putting maybe the cheaper ones on the bottom and then using the better ones for the top. I use some gray. Once I pull one color out, I tend to use a bunch of colors. I don't know. And then we want some shadow. You kind of have to decide where your light's coming from. And then the opposite side will have a bit of shadow to that. If it's by a window or something. Where's my black? There it is. Got them out of order here, so. You could also use colored pencils on here for different effects. You can use like a Stabilo. Start making shapes and see where it goes. Kind of make that dark. of different little shapes. Little, I don't know. You don't want to entirely think it through, because then you sort of have to obey it. And then it's like, if you are ready to do something different, you can't, because you've already decided you're going to do that thing. So I don't know. I'm a little less structured in art than I am in my rest of my life. I'm a pretty structured person. Bring in some like orangey colors here. Kind of start to fill in out here. Just want to make it full of flowers. Who doesn't want a big giant bouquet on there? More pop, more pop. Some red. Okay, we want to start to get some centers here. And give some shape to which way these are pointing exactly. Sort of suggest what's happening here. Again, whenever I introduce a color somewhere else, I like to echo it in the background somehow. And just making these like sort of a backdrop. Some like little those stick things you see that people stick in arrangements. Just little hints of color. Just little hints of that bold black. I love a good sketchy black. White Posca pen. Okay. I love that bright acrylic that can really get in there and just lift everything with that finishing touch. You might have to clean your nib off. Echo it in a different spot. Okay. I really like that. It's a little bold, a little messy, but a little bold. My husband probably wouldn't like this. He's very traditional, and I love traditional art too. But sometimes you gotta just kind of shake it up a little bit, you know. But let me just show you here my little bin of Posca pens. This is a good color. These are some of my favorites. Here, I also have some Jane Davenports. Different companies make acrylic pens, Sharpies, of course, but I really like Posca pens. They're not sponsoring anything, but although they can if they want to. I just like them, and I've never been disappointed with the way that they move. I don't know. There's just something about the Posca pen. Like little trailings. Yeah. All right. I'm going to call that done. I hope you guys like that. Again, we put that layer of acrylic ink. You could use watercolor. You can use different things. And then you just go to town and you do it in a sketchbook like this. I will leave links below. It just gives you a sense of practice and not feeling like you're making this big piece original art that you have to, oh no, I messed it up. So it's fun to practice on that. you know, and then you can replicate that in a painting. Sometimes I paint two things side by side because I can't bear to part with them. And these make great cards. You can scan them in, and a piece of original art there you can share with people. All right, thanks guys. Check out the links below. Those are affiliate links that I do make a small commission on with no extra charge to you. It just helps support this artist, and I really appreciate that. If you could give a thumbs up and subscribe as well. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.